Oh boy. Oh boy. So random crash. It's a good sign. That's always annoying. Just random, completely seized up crash. So that's neat. Not a blue screen or anything. It completely froze, locked up. So cool. See if that. Hopefully that doesn't happen again, of course. But I guess that's what I get. I've been trying to recently stream without having to reset after I use Streamlab or after I use DaVinci Resolve, but unfortunately I think I'm gonna have to just go back to resetting my computer before I live stream every time. Yeah, well, but welcome back in, everybody. Rush, Smalf, Mutu, Marty, G-Stacks, all the legends, B-Dubs, Janes, Yo-Yo. Take off to get the kiddo. No. She had a half day today, so we went and got her from school already, and yeah. So I'll probably stream to about 5, I think. The plan, but we'll see what happens. Hopefully, no more disasters like that. Mewtwo saying someone else you were watching had the same thing. Interesting. I mean, the thing is I'm playing offline so as well, so it would have to be... I couldn't imagine. I'm not sure, Marty, if it did that because of I used DaVinci Resolve, but I've been, ever since I put Windows 11 on here, I have not been resetting my computer before I stream, trying to kind of to kind of see if it was still going to happen or not. And I think it's crashed twice now since I put Windows 11 on. You know, since I switched from Windows 10 to Windows 11. So, and it never crashed before if I reset my computer, so maybe I'll start resetting my computer now every time before I stream, and then if like a month goes by and it never crashes, then it's going to be like, okay, it's something with DaVinci Resolve. And the thing is every single program I reinstalled. None of them are the same. None of them are like the same program. Obviously, I guess you kind of know that, I guess, but yeah. Yeah, very weird, very weird. I don't know what's going on. Of course I don't. Of course I don't. Nice hair. King, says Zillin. Appreciate you. There was a Windows update yesterday, was there, huh? I don't know if I downloaded a new update or not. Usually it asks, I think, if, like, do you want to do this now? You know. Yeah, I don't know. It crashed, the first time it crashed was before yesterday, though, but it was just my game. It wasn't my whole computer like that. Usually it's just the game. It's not often the whole computer crashes like that. But sometimes it is. I remember before, sometimes it would crash the entire computer. Sometimes it would be Streamlabs and the game would crash. Sometimes it would be just the game. Sometimes it would be just Streamlabs. Sometimes the whole thing would seize up. That's how it was before anyways, but yeah. Who knows? Who knows? Yeah, I don't really watch enough other people. I feel like other people don't have the same problems streaming Diablo 2 Resurrected that I do, but it could be because I'm still on the old school B450 and all that stuff. The old AM4 socket and 3700X and who knows. Maybe there's something wrong, just like some issue with the motherboard or with, you know, the CPU or something that like doesn't show up, but there's like just something a little bit wrong with them that doesn't quite work right. Because those are essentially the only two things I've had for a very long time. It's the CPU and the motherboard. I guess half of my RAM I've had for a long time too. The motherboard and 2 of my sticks of RAM I've had since the beginning, but oh well. Welcome back in, everybody. Appreciate you all coming back and joining me here. Keeps commercial stream? Yeah, I wish. Keeps, sponsor me. This is what it looks like after you. Yeah. '80s to Phil. Looking sharp. Yeah, kind of a random thing. Someone kind of sort of dared me, and here we are. Here we are. I heard that. I heard it fall. Oh, just some strength. Who cares? Could be the CPU. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I almost feel like it's... Wow, there was almost no champs this time. That's weird. I did go that other way. I was just seeing how different it'd be. If only I could get a good... I forget what that upgrade path is that everybody wanted me to do. A 5830 X3D or something. I forget what it was now. 5850 X3D, something like that. That everybody wanted me to get, but software crash is usually memory leak. I mean, memory meaning like RAM issue. I think. So, maybe. Probably could get some AM4 or whatever. What is this? What's this? I forget what the RAM generation's called. Not AM. AM4 is the socket for the CPU. I don't remember. Boom, Big Bill knows what's up. DDR4 is what I'm currently on, yeah. So AM4 socket's on DDR4, I believe. I think. Strom says, the heck, I'm coming into a stream. Where is Phil at? Where is he at? You can't even tell this is... Surprise, this is me. It's been me the whole time. Marty says we upgrade everything. No, 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 no. So Marty, I know there's probably other people in chat know things too. Marty, I know, is quite into this kind of stuff. Could it possibly be like if I don't have the most up-to-date BIOS for the motherboard or something like that? Or also, I never did get those timings set right, because remember my RAM was running at 2300 megahertz for some reason instead of what it should be, but that's what it auto defaults to. What class is the new ladder going to be? I'm thinking about going Barb, Zoombass. I'm thinking about like being like obviously on the playthrough of some kind of support Barb, and then going into throw if I can. Yeah, Big Bill. I'm not super knowledgeable about anything in regards to computers, so yeah. We should most definitely look into both paths. Gotcha. Yeah, because both of those are free, which is the exact amount that I prefer to pay to get something fixed, so. Yeah, hopefully it's as easy as like selecting a particular thing in the RAM BIOS or whatever on the... Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Hopefully. On Freddy, what's going on? What's up? What's up? Nova Firewall or Hydro Orb? Nova's my favorite build in the whole game, Zombass. So Asus BIOS upgrade fairly smooth. Yeah, I've upgraded the BIOS before because I had to upgrade it when I got this CPU, but you know, obviously, you know, I ruin everything, so everything I do causes 6 more issues. So, yeah, a big bill. Yeah, I get you. It probably is easy, but just like I said a minute ago, kind of in reference to a different question or statement. I mean, but every time I touch anything, it just causes my computer not to work anymore. So, literally, I would check off exactly what's on. Oh, it's this easy. Just check this off, and then my computer won't start up anymore, and then I can't work, and then I can't pay my bills. So, it causes some problems. Yeah, but definitely I would not be just going in. There's like all these different, I don't even, like I said, I don't know a lot about it, but yeah, big bill. I would definitely not be myself altering the timings unless like essentially somebody else said something super important. Someone who knew what they were talking about said, hey, I found something. You have to put these timings in because of what blah, 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 blah reasons, you know? Rip Phil's computer. Yeah, that's what happens. That's what happens. It took me like 6 hours to install Windows, so I'm getting my computer to work again. So, yeah. Where are we at here? Time to build out a second PC. One for gaming and one for streaming. Yeah, I know. I honestly need to build an editing PC and then one that's like a dedicated streaming PC, right? That's what I should do. That's really what if I do upgrade, that's totally what I should do. Just keep one PC, just keep this one for editing and do a full upgrade on the other one. There we go. Yeah, Frank said his backup saved him. Yeah, I didn't lose any like super important data, but just getting a new Windows installed and then having my computer boot up took forever. Ben. Thank you, I guess. Ben, eh? It was a challenge, a super chat challenge, we'll call it. So I decided to take it on. 1 hour of the wig. Appreciate you. Frank says, glad to see you up and running. Yeah. Got another, you know, from the time when I had that crash a minute ago, another hour and a half. So I figured that was enough time to fire the stream back up. For sure. If it was like a half hour, I'd just be like, yeah, whatever, we'll just call it. But hour and a half of slaying, we can't let that time go to waste. No, no, no. Where are we at here? Let's see. Prompts is what's with the hair. Someone super chat challenged me I'm not sure when exactly comments come in necessarily, but yeah. And I was like, you know what? I'll take this challenge. Jason R. finally made it into chat. Welcome in. Ooh. Right stuff, not enough of it. Rhino's talking about so dedicated streaming PC. Yeah, I don't know that a lot of people really even do that anymore. I feel like dedicated streaming PC was something I heard about a lot, and now like PC like computers have gotten powerful enough that I don't know that people really do that a lot anymore. Maybe though. Like I said, I have very limited knowledge, so. Do blue jabs actually do anything for slaying monsters? I mean, you can get 6 skills to your javelins. Like, is that going to be better than, I guess if you're going damage for damage, T-strokes? Minus 15 with a 4? I guess maybe not. No, it'd be more of, on single player, it'd be mostly a trophy item. And also, like a tier-inducing item, because you're like, oh man, why didn't I have this online? Because it'd probably be worth several lem runes, probably. What happened? We had a crash of some kind, Josh, so I'm not 100% sure what happened, but yeah. Yeah. Use Quadro card? I'm not sure what that means, Marty. Not sure what it means. What is that, Frank? Let's see. A crash will fall for you. Windows save you again. Nope. Can't understand it. Can't understand it. Yeah, we'll grab the tail. We cube those now. We got to catch up. Workstation GPU. Interesting. Now for the editing PC, I'd probably get the latest gen Threadripper. Probably a 5090 Ti. I don't know if they made those. Just making things up. The latest Threadripper, it's like $3,000. Linux? Ooh. Never used that before. Next farm character, a Tesladin. Well, I haven't made any of those pieces. So, well, the 2 or whatever it is. The shield and the helmet? The 2 dreams? Frank, all good, all good. See, so my cham could become a job. Well, I'm not sure what you mean by that, gold tier. Maybe I probably missed someone else's comment. Robert talking about the jabs, the 640s. I could get at least 2 to 4 lems for it. Yeah, probably. At least. At least. Oh, I see. If up a minute ago, gold tier, you're saying a cube down recipe. I don't think so, because it would just make Jaws and Burrs, like, it would essentially make the economy crash even faster on reset. If every Zod and Cham that people found, because everybody would cube everyone down to a Jaw rune, right? And maybe even down to a Burr, depending on when. So it would just make the online economy crash even faster for ladder reset, so. I disagree, but yeah, a lot of people agree with you. Arch, preferably. Are you talking about those other graphics cards from Intel or whatever? The Arc graphics cards there, Big Bill, I think. I don't really know too much about them. From what I haven't looked into that stuff in so long. The last I had heard, which was a while ago, was that the drivers for those things were like garbage. But that was like a long time ago, so who knows? Things could definitely have changed since then. Last wish would be a... Wait, what? See, T-Floss said he'd maybe break down gems, not runes. I mean, I guess I'd be fine with it, but also I don't really care too much about that. I mean, I guess there's occasions when you're like, man, I just need a standard emerald or something to cube and to level up this Viper Magi or something. I don't remember exactly what it is, but you know what I'm saying. Little Dragon, welcome in. This is just the hair I always have. No big deal. Rerun the Smith quest to break down gems. What, use the hammer? X out a little bit, I guess. Which, yeah, I see you. I see you, little dragon. Oh, Big Bill, I was trolling about the Linux and stuff. Gotcha. I don't know. I didn't think that would be the best choice, but I far from know enough to definitively tell somebody that what they're saying is incorrect. What's the PSU wattage? I have a, is it 1,000? I forgot if I got 1,000 or 1,200. I think it's 1,000. But I upgraded that. That was one of the first things I upgraded because they're relatively cheap. And what I had before was like, kind of, I guess we'll say at the brink of what I would want with what I have, so. I think I had a 650 watt before with a 4070 and everything I got, so. Oopsie. Marty saying those workstation stuff are designed for creating. Yeah, I kind of, you know, knew / believed, thought that or whatever, but I don't know, I feel like I shouldn't really need that. I feel like I should be able to do that all on the same computer. Not terrorized anymore. Darren K, welcome in. Frank says, just finding one Sir, if you could cube runes down, you could literally make 2 griefs. Yeah, true story. True story. Jason R said, cool to be hanging with a bunch of legends. Best area to farm for skillers. Now, this isn't what I recommend doing, but you do have a great opportunity in Nightmare Cows to get skillers. You cannot get 40 to life on them, let alone 45 to life in Nightmare. So Nightmare Cows, just because of the level of the area, you have a great chance. I think technically the highest chance is actually like the Flayer Jungle in Act 3 or something like that. Because it's the first place you can like get it. But lower cross super chest farming on single player is another great way, but I would recommend just going around and killing lots of monsters, pretty much. I wouldn't recommend going to the best quote-unquote area for skillers, because then you sacrifice the ability to find jaw runes and burr runes and all this other stuff, so. Or Griffin's Eyes if you're out farming 85 areas and stuff, you know. D-webs. Oh yeah, it's been an hour. Ugh. Oh my gosh, my head's freezing cold now. You know what it feels like when you're wrapped up under a blanket and then you're like, oh, I'm gonna go get something to drink. You've been under that blanket for like an hour. And you don't turn the heat up very warm in the winter, so it's like 66 in your house, and you get out of the blanket and you're like, whoa, it's cold out here. That's what my head feels like right now. Little Dragon says, use quite a bit of my builds. Well, glad they help you out. Thanks for watching, by the way, as well. How good is Poison Nova with Corpse Explosion and clearing? So clearing density of monsters, boy, it's up there. Like, I would honestly, with best possible gear, for the most number of areas, strictly clear speed, if you have the best possible gear, just clearing density like this, just like mobs and mobs of monsters, boy, 9 out of 10 probably. Like, it's up there with the best Nova, hammered in, you know, etc., etc. Every build's gonna excel a little excel or not a little more in certain areas, but Poison Nova with the best gear is up there. Marty says, quit being stingy, get the new stuff. Drop $500 or $600 on new motherboard and CPU and RAM. Probably more than that. 100, 200. Nah, it's probably like 400. F y'all. When I get a chance. So, I get asked like so often during my streams, I don't go over my full build and stuff anymore. I do have a build guide that I put out not long ago. It's not as easy to link stuff on Twitch. I could set up a bot or something, but if you kind of look up Sweet Phil Nova Sorceress, this is my endgame version. You can kind of find it on YouTube. Goes over all the gear and stuff. So, my apologies, but yeah, because I get asked like so many times to go over it every day that I just kind of stopped going over it every day. Someone says I missed a Grand Charm. I didn't miss it. I was saving it for later. That's not bad. The attack rating could be higher. But yeah, with 6 to strength too. Not a bad one right there. Not bad at all. Actually, it's one of the rare times someone said there was a charm back there, and it was actually kind of good. Kind of good. Not great, not perfect. I understand. But depending how things roll, you could get higher max too. But I think 10 to max damage is the highest you can get if you get 3 things like that. I could be wrong on remembering how that rolls, but I do know I have a lot of these that are really good. And on single player, I don't use a ton of those, so I'm not going to keep it, but it is kind of a good charm. It is kind of a good charm. Yeah, and for the level. What is it, 21? Yeah, just a little over. For the level, it's pretty good, but yeah. I know it pains some people sometimes when I gotta throw things like that out, but fine, we'll check it. Kind of ID those just for some, just trying to get lucky for a crazy 6 NATO roll or something, but Frank says you're about to roll a Grief and a 5-socketed Crystal Sword. I wouldn't really recommend doing that. I mean, a high rune word, I feel like you should wait to get the proper base, because even I know so much of the damage comes from the plus damage, but the Grief is faster as well, if I'm not mistaken. Faster attack speed, which is huge. Just huge. What do you need? What's mommy doing? There she is. Of course she is. Can you reach him? Fine. Poison Nova Necro Corpse Explosion. Struggle on bosses. So no, Virage. Poison Nova is nasty at clearing packs of monsters. Poison Nova is not good, very poor on that build on clearing act bosses. So if you're running like the Chaos Sanctuary or something along those lines, and you're like clearing the monsters. And then you get to Diablo and it takes forever and it's hard. That's just how it is. So I'm joking. I seen it. Psych. Stone of Jordan. No, it's not a bad rolled one though. Goes to 20 dex and then 240 or 250 on the attack rating. Not bad, you know. So not bad. Do summons. So like what I do is if I set myself up for the, I usually get 1 point down to revives F, and then yes, kind of like what you're saying. Do you I bring up revives strictly only for when I go after Diablo. So it's not bad advice. But you can bring up revives for all the time, but I only use them for that personally. I do have max spear, like bone spear. So you're poison nova, but with bone spear. Yeah, that's not. So you're like dual spec almost. That's not the way I would recommend doing that, but I mean maybe it could work good or whatever.
Crashing out, no.
Bulbasaur, thank you for the $5 dono through Streamlabs like a boss. That Streamlabs dono, little known fact, they take the smallest cut out of any service of supporting the channel. Crazy enough. Appreciate you. Thank you so much once again, Bulbasaur. Stone Diablo 2 guy, Infinity on the Mercenary. Oh, yeah, for sure. Which obviously helps with the crushing blow. It still doesn't go too fast in my experience, though. Because, yeah, also, obviously, if it's... there, I thought there was some... Is there some glitch with the poison damage, and then when the Mercenary strikes, it causes it not the poison damage from your Nova, not the tick or something? I can't remember exactly. But I know the crushing blow on Infinity is kind of help out there, but... Time Warp, welcome in. Virage. Okay, so gotcha. You're still on the playthrough with Nova. Okay. So yeah, there is some advice here. I didn't realize you were still on the playthrough. I generally don't use Poison Nova on a playthrough. I usually just go Bone Spear on the playthrough. I don't do a bazillion Necro playthroughs, I guess. But when I do, I just use Bone Spear. And obviously you're going to use summons along with it too to kind of like tank in front of you, but a little bit. So yeah, playthrough advice and then like farming advice, they're kind of two different things, sort of. Oh yeah, Stone D2 guy. I always forget that talking about someone who's talking about making a grief earlier. I always forget that phase blades don't have the durability. Just slips in my mind. Not having to repair it. Which isn't nothing when you're swinging all the time and it's gonna bust all the time, right? Frank said, Tri-Res boots with Magic Find, no walk run. They're trolling you. I mean, still good boots. I mean, if you're on a Sorceress, as you see how I'm teleporting around, run walk speed, not particularly important if you're on a Sorceress. Not particularly important. Let's see. Darren says multiple sources applied, that the rate of damage are added, and then the duration is average. Oh, so it actually makes the duration less or something, I guess is what that would say. Kilo Mike, yo! Thank you for the Twitch Prime sub. Nothing I love more than when someone takes Jeff Bezos' money and gives it to a streamer in need. Appreciate you. Yeah, I know there's something, but couldn't remember. Has the Terror Zones made the Grail too easy? I don't know about that. I mean, I still can't find Tyrell's Might, so. Too easy? I would say TZ Andy, maybe for sure, kind of, sort of. It made it way, 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 way easier, but I don't know. Hard to say. Appreciate you, Kilo Mike. Ever thought about speedrunning D2? A little bit, Munchkin, but I've been really just keep pushing to try to find Tyrell's Might, but it's just not happening for me yet. So maybe one day. I'd have to do a lot of little learning though. Spend some time learning. We'll see. Oh, Frank's saying FHR could have had on him too. Yeah, that would have been clutch for sure. FHR or walk run or something. Much more valuable in that case. Time Warp says good old Trav runs would be nice in the future. Yeah, I don't do a lot of Trav runs. Can't find Tyrell's Might there unless Terrorites, I guess. So, also, I hate it. I just hate it. Why is Enigma go-to for sorceresses? Well, it has, what do you end up with? I think like 70, like, strength on the Enigma, because it's strength per character level. It's like 1.25, or it's like, I don't remember what the strength is per character level, but I feel like you end up with like 70 or something. So that's like 100 points almost that you can put into Vitality. It's got, you end up with 99 magic find on it. It's got 8 damage reduction. Like, it's just sick. 2 skills, of course. I know Chains of Honor with the res and stuff, but not to mention, even if you're running through town, it's got 45 walk run to get you over, get you out there slaying faster. Like, yeah, I always pick the Enigma for the Sorceress. Frank's talking about Terror Zones way easier with Terror Zones to level. Yeah, that's for sure. That's for sure. DBD. No, I do not like Project Diablo 2 personally. I don't mean to offend anybody, but I think Project Diablo 2 really jumped the shark probably like 10 seasons ago. I don't remember what season we're on now, but just my opinion. No chains. Like Chains of Honor? I don't use it on Nova Sorceress. I got one here for my, whatchamacallit, Mercenary. There you go. Couldn't remember. Prudence during a playthrough. Thoughts on it? I don't think I've ever made Prudence on a playthrough. Am I saying you shouldn't? I'm not saying that, no. I just usually don't find those, because Prudence is, you need like a lum or something, right? Is Prudence, or maybe I'm thinking of Smoke. Nephlum. What is Prudence? Prudence is Maltier on a playthrough. Oh boy, no. I mean, if you find it, I guess you know, if that's, ooh, I will never, except for on the most luckiest of circumstances, ever have a Mal rune on a playthrough. But yeah, depends how fast or slow you play through, how much you go back and farm, I guess. Go hit the Countess for 200 runs. You'll probably have a Mal rune at some point, you know, so. Robert. This guy. Lightning Sorceress in the Cast Sanctuary with Infinity. It's undefeated. DVD saying 200 Countess runs on a playthrough. Yeah, that's kind of what I was getting at, yeah. Not what I would recommend, but... Olive, I think? Saying, am I the only one that wants them to add new rune words? Nope, that's probably the majority sentiment, to be honest, but I can tell you they're not going to. So, it is what it is. Still, I mean, Diablo 2 is a great game, so. Frank said, first mob in cows, 5 of them socket faceblade. Well, hopefully you didn't make that thing yet, did you? Hopefully you didn't make that grief yet. But hopefully now you do. Ral rune, legendary. We take those. We take them. Danish dude, welcome in. Trophy item that made me the most excited. Boy, I don't know. I mean, I was pretty hyped when I found my perfect griffins. I was pretty happy about that. On offline single player here. I mean, probably one of the most excited. I mean, maybe that bow rune that I found on the first day of ladder. That was pretty exciting. I don't know. There's been a lot of them lately, to be honest. I keep finding a bunch of cool stuff, but not Tyrell's Might, so... when I found my first 40-15, maybe? I don't know. Maybe back in the day in LOD when I found my first ever griffins. Hard to put one on that, so. Virage, no, so for shields you have to use a monarch essentially. There are other shields that can get 4 sockets, but there's 2 other shields actually. But their strength requirements are like 210 or something. And one's like 230 or something. I forget what it exactly is, but monarch is the only plausible use. The only plausible shield for putting 4 sockets in for making a monarch. Spirit monarch, I should say. T-Foss says Ja rune, but he hero edited it in. Yeah, you know, whatever. You know, you want to play around, have fun. No big deal. No big deal. Robert, so the new season is on the 20th, it starts, of this month. Highest rune you can get from Hellforge. The highest rune you can get from Hellforge in Hell difficulty is Gull? I think. I think that's kind of why they picked a high rune starting at Vex, because 2 Gulls is a Vex, right? So the first rune that you can't just get lucky and get from Hellforge is a high rune, right? Yeah, yes, Gull, a few different people said, so appreciate you. Why didn't Blizzard add a modern endgame to D2R? If there's no profit in it, essentially, you can't expect a business to do something that would not be, that they know would not be profitable. Especially now at this point. D2R was always just kind of remade as a hype machine for Diablo 4, so it would literally be corporate malfeasance for them to do anything to get people to come back and play Diablo 2 Resurrected at this point. Just even though they probably, I don't know how many skins they really sell, the amount of money that games make off of selling skins is just so much more than anything they could make off of anything. They could do expansions for Diablo 2. Alright, we're going to want these to be good. Come on! Wait, 37, is that perfect? No, it's not. But War Trap's cool. Magic Find Boots, love it. Just love it. Not quite 50s, but War Trap's are cool. Uh-oh. He's not getting taken out, is he? Oh, he is! Ah! Give him... He had no health at all. This bum over here. God. Literally just a black line right here. Somehow he was still alive. I was not paying attention. Mark Making, welcome in. Appreciate ya. Whatever. I guess I am trying to get a better insight. Somehow, in 5 years, I've never gotten a 17 meta insight. Not that it's that important, like I say every time, but I mean, on offline single player, when you're playing for this long, you might as well try to get all the best stuff, even if it's, you know, 1% better and it's super cheap and easy to try to get, so. Jay Fish says, started a necro with only items you found on that character. Hasn't found a monarch and you're level 85 yet. Well, maybe a bunch have dropped and you just haven't seen them. Maybe. Hard to say. Excited about the new ladder? I mean, as excited as I always am, but so a little bit. Viraj says, what about Mosaic? You think it's busted? I do, yes. I that is one thing. It's not going to happen, you know, but I wish they would remove it from the game personally, but... Celiac. Sorry, struggling on the pronunciation. My bad. But it's on the new season is on the 20th. On the 20th. Why choose Nova over Lightning? Nova's better. Or clearing like density and stuff. Like, you don't have to aim at all. I can just go like this and read chat while Nova's flashing. Like, oh, here's some monsters. Let's read chat for a second. Celiac will do. Gotcha. I know I've seen your name in chat before. I don't know why I'm struggling so much with it at the moment. Uh... 9 and 7 for the Lions. Wait, who said that? Is that you saying that? Because that's just ridiculous. I got to look at that again too, because I think I got to see what the Lions over under is at. If it's like 9.5, boy, I'm gonna take the over on that for the season. Lions about to be 11-6.
What you need?
Boy, that's a tough sell to think they're going to drop from would they have 14 wins last season to 9 or 8? Oh my gosh, they're gonna have half as many wins this season as last. Come on. The entire team's exactly the same, minus one lineman. It's a tough sell. Well, whatever. 18 games, did they? I thought there was, did they add into 18 now? Whatever, you know what I'm saying. Not only more what do you want to call it? Gets me more dug in on it, I guess you'd say. Relisaurus said lowering off of a trash mob. Yeah, that's the most beautiful thing. Just take out some random, like, oh, I'm clearing rock and issue so I can go grab the leg to go to cows, and then you find like an rune off of them or something. Hell runes dropping everywhere. Go Oilers. Ooh, there you go. Oh boy. Chains of Honor for Fire Sorc. Been trying to figure out how to put it together. I think I usually just go with Enigma, but some people do love the... Well, we were just talking about that earlier. Chains of Honor res. But I usually never wear that on a Sorceress. Ral, Tier, Tal, Soul. Okay, I gotta remember. Start grabbing stuff for insights. So... Tears and... I need to grab Tears and Soul Runes. Tear Runes and Soul Runes. 75, no good. I already grabbed Tals and Rals is why I say that, but... Ooh. 7 ED on a Superior Wormhide. Maybe we'll think about that. They would have to get 4 from a Larzik, but... Reaper's talking about the Panthers. Okay, alright. Some hockey. Yeah, I'm not much of a hockey guy anymore these days. It's been a while. I'm kind of a all around just a sports guy, but not so much hockey as of the last few years. Trash, of course I put sunscreen on the dome. I would not survive if I did not. Rings. Who cares about those? What happened to beautiful hair? It was a 1 hour ordeal. 1 hour ordeal.
Good day.
We got 4:30 here, huh? Big Chuck, welcome in. Going good. Hopefully you're doing good as well. Great while it lasted. Yeah. Someone asked Ralph here. I need those. Someone asked how much would it cost for you to wear a wig for an hour? I was like, I don't know. I don't want to put a number on it. And then they super chatted $50 and said, wear the wig. And I was like, all right, fine. We'll make it a thing. Can't really turn down $50 an hour to wear a wig, am I right? It would just be fiscally irresponsible. One thing I am not. Do I watch Black Mirror? No. I watched like 2 episodes ever. To be honest, they were like, I don't know, maybe I just picked some weird episodes, but they were even, I knew the shows like the Black Mirror ones are supposed to be crazy or weird or whatever, but they're even like more disgustingly crazy weird than I even thought they would be. So I don't, like I said, I only watched a couple episodes. Yeah, hey, 20 bucks is 20 bucks, right? Guy does weird stuff on stream for money. One of the new episodes. I mean, that's like just real life, isn't it? The thing is, sometimes I wear, it's not that weird to wear this wig. I mean, sometimes I do it just as a joke. Made a Heart of the Oak, rolled 39 res. Still looking for the 40. Well, hard to complain about getting 39, but hopefully you get the perfect one, huh? Dave Murphy said he's been hunting that elusive 40 MF ring. Yeah, I don't ID rings. I kind of, don't care too much, I guess. There's, so many of them drop, and literally, like, the only thing that can be good on them is if they roll 40. Like, anything else on them is just trash. So, which, I mean, is kind of a lot of things, I guess, that I identify, but I don't know. I guess the thing with rings, too, is that it's so easy to, like, gamble a bazillion rings instantly that spending the time to pick up and identify all them rings just seems kind of Like, if you want to try to get one, I would much rather just throw a gold finder together. Oh, I forgot all this stuff's in here. A gold finder together real quick. Hit Trav for, like, 5 minutes and have 10 million gold and then gamble for, like, 20 minutes straight. For like 2,000 rings. See, Frank saying, is that Heart of the Oak good for your Druid or Hammerden? I believe. Yeah, for sure, for sure. Heart of the Oak, great on a lot of stuff. 49 days till Lions preseason, right? Let me check. You know what? I was going to look at this real quick. What is the current over-under on the Lions, huh? We just talked about it a second ago, so now I'm kind of curious. Not what I meant to do. Where's it at? Of course it's what I want. Let me see here. Game lines, no. Team specials. Season high. No, that's not what I want. Of course. One eternity later. Team props, maybe? Ah, there we go. Oh, wait a second. No, these are like individual games. Unbelievable. Can't find it fast enough, so I don't want to take any more time. Don't want to waste time. Hey, guys, hold on. Let me stare at my phone for a while. Unidentified JMod. I seen it. It's almost guaranteed. Speaking of things that can only roll as one thing and be worth anything. Dang it, I did it again. Anyways, unidentified JMod. Oh. Let me go back to town real quick while I'm here. So Robert, I think I'm going to go with a barbarian, I believe. And I think I eventually kind of want to go into Raltier Telso. Ral here. I think I eventually want to go into Throw Barb. Gotta look for the over/under on wins. Yeah, I just couldn't find the right section. I don't know. I haven't been on the app in a long time, so I don't remember where. You know, I'm not an expert at navigating it, I suppose. I don't like gamble regularly, really. Which probably isn't particularly surprising. Russell. This is player 7. Yeah, Jiris, I don't have the bot set up because I switch my build around like every few days. So I'd have to keep going onto the Nightbot website and constantly changing the link and stuff. You'd have to look it up, you know, Nova Sorceress Sweet Phil, and find it on my channel if you want to see the full gear or whatever. Found a facet jewel. What's it gonna be, chat? It's guaranteed to be poison. Guaranteed. 3-5. Phil has the football itch. I mean, kinda. The only thing is that, like, it's so... Like, obviously you wouldn't want football to be going year-round, but to go from, like, not having football and your life is, like, scheduled around, like, you know, not watching football, and then all of a sudden Sunday comes and now there's football on, and that's usually time when I would, like, do a little extra work or something, and then... Or, you know, stuff around the house, and now there's football on, and I don't want to miss football, but, like, can I give up this extra time when I used to work and stuff? And then, you know... It's kind of... balancing act, right? Yeah, P7 offline now, Little Dragon, yeah. How many GG characters do you rotate? I have one of every character that's level 95 plus, so... I just do all different builds, all different characters, you know, whatever I feel like at the time, so... And I do utilize the, on PC, the unlimited free respec situation, so... First ladder character to get Metamorphosis Helm. I don't think I'm going to make it in time, says Demonic Jedi. Well, you got about a week, so, I mean, you should be able to get there, I think. Best of luck, though. Hopefully you get it. Always wanted to try a throw barb, says Robert. On the playthrough, but would be rough. Yeah, the actual playthrough of throw barb, like full throw the whole way, would be tough, yeah. Because you can't make any rune words to really help you out. I guess maybe some... Like, there's a couple little helmets and stuff, but no weapons to boost up the damage, so... Trash, did you say you looked it up and it's 10.5 is the Lions? I might have to take the over on that. For some reason, I thought I looked last time and it was 10 or 9.5 or something. Like a couple months ago. Like before the draft even, I think. But could be wrong. Maybe I'm just lying. I'm not lying, but maybe I probably misremember or something. Clee, yo, thank you for the euros.
Clay donated €5 through Super Chat. Hey, thanks for the content. Bought P2R some time ago and was a little lost in the gameplay. Your videos really helped me out. Keep it up, King Crown.
Keep it up, King Crown. Good old text to speech. King Crown. Thank you so much, Klee, for the €5 super chat. Glad the videos help you out. Thanks for watching. Appreciate you. See, coffee enthusiast, what's going on? Says hustle for a throw bar. Yeah, actually, that's probably clutch on a. Let's see. It doesn't take too many. I forget what runes exactly is in that. It's like a co, I think, right? Like Amco L or something. Or, can't remember for sure. It's doable. You'd almost need to do some stuff like that, to be honest, on a full throw bar playthrough. Yeah. Time Warp said he's a big Patriots fan, even though he's from. What did he say? Germany, I think? Nice. Still hunting that bird, says Zorro. Yeah, it can be elusive when you want it, that's for sure. Very elusive. Bet the house on OKC again tonight. I wonder if it's just you, Barthemus. I feel like for some reason on different YouTube videos and stuff, people are always talking about betting on OKC. I don't know. Maybe it's just pretty good roll. Anecdotal or something. That's just I just remember it for some reason. So Chalco Eld. Well, close enough. I knew there was a co in it, so I call that a victory. Man, why do I do so bad at that llama trivia again? That D2 trivia from Llama's thing? Jeez. Thanks for the cut, Rocky. Appreciate ya. Made me excited to make a budget smiter next season. Ooh, get after it. Still tough. You got to pay good attention. Lots of full rejuves. You got a budget smiter. But yeah, definitely can take out the D clones and stuff. Best of luck. Time Warp says, thinks my Pat's not a big run next season. Not a big run. So you don't think they're going to do great, huh? Yeah. Curious Steph Diggs. Random bags of random colored substances. On Instagram or whatever it was. That's always a little sketch. Drake May. See how he ends up turning out. Barthemus says, I said that for the last time I streamed and they covered, so wow, I feel like the last 4 or 5 like Sunder Chimes have all been 90s. Crazy. John saying the Pats QB talking about Drake May, much to be desired. Yeah, I can't remember how good or not he did. And a lot of my opinion on how good players do too ends up coming down to how good they were for fantasy, by the way, fantasy football, so. Let's see. Salamander said it's crazy how that I found a Lem and a Falron on the same chest. So if you were doing lower Kuras, there is several like rune drop patterns to where when you pop the chest open at lower Kuras, you'll get a Lem and a Fal rune. So it's sort of common if you're running at lower Kuras, actually. It's not uncommon, I should say. Not that it happens like once every 50 runs or something, but. Oh, yeah, Falist. Yeah. Yeah, for sure. There's those certain rune drop patterns like that where you'll get 2 of them at once. Who doesn't like 2 at once, right? Trash at work slowed down for you, huh? 4 of my company's projects got canceled. Well, let's hope everything turns out okay. I'm not going to throw any opinion on that either way, but let's hope everything turns out good, huh? John says, how much are you betting to make any money? I'm not sure necessarily what exactly that is directed towards, but if I ever bet, it's just small amounts of money. Like in a weekend, if I bet on football games personally, if I lost, hypothetically, if I lost like $20, I'd be like sick to my stomach. So if that tells you how high of gambling I do. And to even bet $20 across a weekend is like, I'd have to like go on tilt and be like, how did I lose these bets? I gotta win it back. So, bet 50K per bet? Sure. Sure. Frank said last week, double skiller in one run. All right. Yeah, I don't know if I've ever done that before. I feel like I would have, but I just don't remember the sheer volume of lower cross runs I've done in my day. What time we got here? 4:50 almost. Jeez, time flying by. I'm gonna have to hop off here in a second. Gonna have to go make some dinner for the fam, huh? So, actually, I gotta go do that right now, in fact. So, gotta go ahead and hop off. I want a huge shout out, huge thanks to anybody who supports the channel. Super chats, massive $50 super chat from Saffron earlier. 5 gifter memberships a lot earlier. Few little Twitch Prime subs, little donos here. Thank you guys so much for supporting the channel. Honestly, I could not keep doing this without the support from viewers like you. I didn't know where I was going with that. But, yeah, I want to thank you guys so much. Peace out. And I want to remind you, though, keep slaying. Oh, yeah.